Good morning, guys. Hope you are having a great Wednesday. We are going to go ahead and I just want to take some time to go over the expectations for today and offer an opportunity for you guys to just have me explain kind of what we're talking about today, not just the expectations, but the actual content as well. And then I also want to encourage you if at any point today you are struggling, you're having difficulty getting into CK12, if you need some clarification on the content, if you maybe are trying to redo your test from earlier this week and you just don't understand something, I do have office hours today from 12:30 to 1:30. It is located on your class plan, or sorry, your Class Connect schedule. You'll be able to see that there. It is optional, but many of you last week were emailing me questions about today's assignments, which I'm so thrilled that you guys are emailing me questions. I love that. But it's not always the fastest way to get in touch with me, especially on Wednesdays when I have office hours. So you are more than welcome to come in during any of those times. I realize the other teachers are all having theirs at the same time, but it's an open door policy where you just come and go as needed. So we're available that entire hour, and you can come to any of our office hours at any point within that hour for us to help you, support you, answer any questions you may have. So today we're moving into our next unit. This will be Unit 6, where we're talking about properties of matter. And we are going to be introducing atoms for today. That is kind of where we are. We will be going more in depth with atoms tomorrow during our whole group session, but today this will give you some foundation information. So looking at the PowerPoint that I have up on the screen, we are going to be, like I said, looking at atoms today, but I do kind of want to just touch base real quick with what else I have on here. Today is National Walking Day, and I know that many of us were kind of stuck inside. Actually, all of us should be stuck inside, and it doesn't mean that this like social distancing and stuff is keeping us from going outside. So, I'd encourage you, go ahead, take a walk today. Just get a little bit of fresh air. It is okay to go outside, but just remember to keep that distance, stay away from others, and just it's always nice to get a little bit of fresh air. It's also gorgeous outside today. So, anyway, moving forward, our objectives for today are that by the end of class, you will be able to recognize that all matter is composed of atoms. Whoops, I ended up trying to continue a sentence there. So all matter is composed of atoms. That's kind of our objective for today. That's where we're going to stop. And we are looking at this because of our standard that we are potentially being assessed on when you would be taking our FSA. So we're not taking them this year, but it's still important that we understand kind of why we're learning this. And our standard here is that you would be able to explore the scientific theory of atoms by using models to explain the motion of particles in solids, liquids, and gases. But before we can really go into how these particles are moving and what's actually going on in these different states of matter, we have to understand what the particles are. We have to understand what atoms are. Why are they important? Why do we even care? So that's where our focus is going to be right now, of just kind of building that foundation about atoms. The next thing on the screen here is just directions. There's several things that you guys are going to be responsible for today. And The first one is there is an article in your Nearpod. It's called In a Galaxy Far, Far Away. And this article is going to talk to you about galaxies and matter. It's very interesting. So go ahead and read that article. Once you finish reading it, there are 2 multiple choice questions and 2 short answer questions that follow in the Nearpod. So please go ahead and answer those before you move on to the next part. The next part will be a video that is taking the size of atoms and comparing it to things that you may be familiar with to kind of put into perspective how small these atoms actually are. We will be going more in depth tomorrow in terms of what atoms are, but this video is kind of going to like welcome you into that so that you can start wrapping your head around that information so you'll be prepared for tomorrow. The last thing that you're going to do today is you're going to sign into CK12 using your school email, just like you would always do. And there's an assignment in there called Introduction to Atoms Review. It is just reviewing what you learned about today. So I'd like for you to go ahead and just practice answering some of those questions to see kind of where you are. If you're struggling with answering the questions, there are resources in there for you to actually get additional support while you are trying to answer those questions. If you're having trouble getting into CK12, there is a folder on the class plan to help you. But again, I have office hours today. Please come if you are having trouble. That's what that is for. If you have any questions throughout the day, again, those office hours are available. You can email me, but probably the fastest way, if you're not coming to office hours, is just to text me. That number is on the OLS under announcements, so you can reach me there. I will see you guys all tomorrow. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and just enjoy today.